This is Ganesh. Today we will discuss about the precautions of income method. What precautions we have to take while calculating national income by income method. So here I listed out certain precautions. The first one is transfer incomes. The second one, income from sale of second-hand goods will not be included. The third one, income from sale of shares, bonds and debentures will not be included. The fourth one, windfall gains. The fifth one is imputed values of services provided by owners of production units will be included. The sixth one is payments out of past savings. These are the headings what I have provided. Inside there are certain things what we have to understand and what we have to implement while calculating the national income by income method. If you take these precautions properly, you need to understand these precautions properly. Then only you will be able to get the correct calculation of national income. Here the first point is transfer incomes. Transfer incomes are the unilateral incomes. These are the incomes received by the party, but in return, no productive activity is performed. Like we can say scholarships, donations, old age pensions, all these are some examples of transfer incomes. These transfer incomes are not included in the calculation of national income by income method because these receipts are not connected with any kind of productive activity and there is no value addition. So we can say transfer incomes should not be added while calculating national income by income method. When we come to the second point, that is income from sale of second-hand goods. The income generated from sale of second-hand goods will not be included while calculating national income because their original value was already counted. When they were produced for the first time, that value was already included in the national income. Now when you are selling them for the second time, when you are selling them for the third time, every time we cannot we cannot add that value. If we do that, this will lead to double counting. That will give a exaggerated figure of national income. So, the sale of second-hand goods will not be included while calculating national income. The third point is income from sale of shares, bonds and debentures. Now, the income from these things will not be included in the calculation of national income by income method because these transactions do not contribute to the current flow of goods and services. These are only financial assets and they are only paper claims. They involve only change in title. Actually production is taking place. So that will not be included in the calculation of national income. But anyway, one thing is there, if any kind of commission or brokerage is associated with this shares, bonds or debentures, that will be added in the calculation of national income. And the same thing will happen for the second point also, that is sale of second hand goods. Okay, there we will not add the value of the second hand goods, but if any commission or brokerage is associated there, then that will be included in the calculation of national income. When we come to the fourth point, that is windfall gains. Windfall gains means all of a sudden some gains happen. This kind of gains are called windfall gains. Like you have won a lottery or you have won a horse race. This kind of incomes what are generated, they are called windfall gains. Such gains will not be included in the calculation of national income. Why they are not included? Because there is no productive activity connected with them. No productive activity was performed. Only some sudden gain is there, some sudden profit is there, immediately suddenly you have received some income from somewhere, but production has not taken place. So, this kind of incomes will not be included in the calculation of national income by income method. Then, when we come to the fifth point, that is imputed value of services provided by owners of production units will be included. Now you see the services what are provided by the producer, the imputed value of services, that will be included in the calculation of national income. The imputed value of owner occupied houses, interest on own capital, production for self consumption, all these things will be added, as these are productive activities and added to the flow of goods and services. You have invested your capital in the business. You calculate the interest of that and you will add to the national income. You see, if you have not invested your capital, you must have borrowed from open market, you have borrowed from somewhere. Then when you borrow that money, you will pay interest. That is why here also what we are doing, we are calculating that interest. The value of imputed services will be calculated and that will be included in the calculation of national income. The sixth point here I have mentioned is payments out of past savings. You have saved previously some amounts. Out of that past savings, you are making some payments. The payments like gift tax, interest tax, etc. are also not included in the calculation of national income by income method, because these are the payments made out of wealth or past savings and that does not add to the current flow of goods and services. So these are the payments what we are making from the past savings. You have received a gift and for that you are paying a gift tax. The wealth you have accrued for so many years back, and on that wealth you are paying some tax. That kind of payments will not be included in the calculation of national income by income method.